What does your life puzzle look like? Our lives are one big puzzle, and every decision we make, every event that takes place in our lives, every command of the Lord, every father, mother, brother, sister, family member, and friend is part of our life's puzzle. How our lives should go and what our lives should look like was already determined by God when we were formed in the womb. He then also has a master copy of what this life puzzle of you and I should look like upon completion. One can compare it to the picture that is on the front of the box in which we buy puzzle. It shows us what the finished product will and should look like. And he knows what he has planned for us. However, you see, the problem is that you and I were created with a free will. So we can decide what we want to do with our lives and how we want to live them. Are we going to live a life where we know the Lord in everything? Are we going to reveal our love to him by listening to how he leads us through the working of the Holy Spirit on our lives? Or are we going to do things on our own? I would like to share the following from my life puzzle with you. Today, I look back with sadness and regret at the way I contributed to the completion of my life's puzzle. One day, I'll finish my puzzle. But unfortunately, it is never going to be complete. You see, now that the years have passed and I am nearing the completion of my life puzzle, I realize that there are many more open spaces than I have pieces, and that there are pieces that have been lost, that there are pieces that are worn and worn out because I moved them back and forth instead of putting them down on the puzzle table until I found the other matching pieces, or the Lord revealed it to me. Every time I made a decision in my life without knowing the Lord in it, there was a piece of my puzzle that was lost. Every time I have decided to exclude someone from my life, there is a piece of my life puzzle that has been lost. Yes, some pieces I was finally able to pick up after a long time where I slid them aside. But with the back and forth sliding, these pieces are, although it's now part of my puzzle, so weathered and worn that it degrades my overall puzzle's quality. I'm responsible for how it looks now. I've made my mark of own will on them. Unfortunately, there are some of the pieces I've put aside that have been lost, but there's no way I can put these pieces back into my personal life puzzle. These spaces will stay there even after my life puzzle is complete. My life puzzle will unfortunately never be complete because certain things and decisions, unfortunately, cannot be undone by myself. I would like to ask you to measure yourself and your actions by asking yourself the question, what does my life puzzle look like? And then answer honestly and sincerely. Maybe you're missing pieces too. Are there pieces that are worn and worn out because you keep pushing them aside? Be honest with the answer. And if necessary, plead with the Lord for forgiveness. But more than that, find forgiveness in yourself. For us as humans, it is so easy to make decisions without knowing the Lord in them. It is initially so easy for us to exclude people from our lives. It is so easy for us to withdraw ourselves from others around us. But is this in line with the greatest commandment in the law, as we read about it in Matthew 22, 37 to 39? He said to him, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and most important command. The second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. What does your life puzzle look like?